shiny one. That's nice.
Okay, guys. I am Phyllis Nash. I'm here. I'm the Chief Sales Officer. I am one of the 4 co-founders, and this is a transformational Tuesday. And yesterday, I was working with Latrice Levitt, and she gave me some tools to use. I always tell you guys, tools are what's going to get us from A to Z, because we have to not only know what we want, but we got to use things that'll get there, because external forces will try to keep us down. And I am here to tell you on this Diamond Factory this morning on Tuesday, September 20th? Oh my God, 2022, that I am going to control my day, because I am the only one that can do that. I can't help what's going on outside, but I'm definitely going to control what's going on with me. And what I decided today, that it was going to be a great day, that I was going to go out and empower people with my presence and my energy. That means I have to keep it up. So thank you, Latrice, for giving me those tools to work with. And guess what? If you don't work them, it don't happen. So do I sound happy? Do I sound excited? Does my energy level sound high? Been hooping already this morning. So I feel pretty good. I feel like I can conquer the world. And so, guys, I've been talking about all the time, reading the book, Think and Grow Rich. And as a small group of us get together and kind of discuss what's going on, what's happening, how we apply it to our lives, you would have thought by the time I introduced it, by now, we would have been halfway through the book. But no, we're taking our time. We're dissecting it. We're seeing how it applies to our lives, because really, even though that book was done in 1937, guess what? Everything still applies. So it is just one of the universally recognized personal development masterpieces that has ever been written, guys. And everybody that has been successful somewhere along the way, Think and Grow Rich, came upon their path. And a lot of times, like I said, and most of you on here have read this book, but have you really, really applied it? So there are 13 principles of which this book is based on, and I'm going to probably try to get through half of this morning, just so you can know what the tools are that you can actually use and apply to your life. And if you haven't read the book, I truly, truly encourage you to do it, and do the one with the workshop or the study page, so that you can not only read it, but think about it, dissect it, and see how you want to apply it to your life. So in the first paragraph, Hill agrees, thoughts are powerful things. How many times have we said that? How many times have we heard it? We hear it in the book. We hear it way before the book was even implemented. The Bible tells you so. But we don't really realize that really, really affects us. Thoughts are powerful things. And so Hill argues that thinking is more conducive to success than any other feature. Did you hear that? It's the thinking. It's including money, education, or specific knowledge about something. So the man that thinks he can accomplish something is already a step forward toward the finish line. See, Willie Mooney declared that he was going for 3-star diamond. That's what his thought process is. That's what he's feeding himself every day. That's what's in his subconscious. And what does your subconscious do? It overpowers the conscious, guys, because that's what you've instilled in it. But thinking in itself might be too general a term. That's why Hill translates thinking as a mixture of initiative, faith, willingness to win, and resilience. Because why resilience? Because you're going to get knocked down as soon as you say what you're going to do. You're going to get knocked down from forces around you until you just get your subconscious in the mind. And no matter what comes up against us, no matter who stops us, no matter how many times somebody says no, I'm already going to win. So it's not like you're not going to get opposition, because you are. But you got to tell yourself on a daily, sometimes hourly, sometimes minutes, sometimes seconds, because that's just how life is. See, failure is also taken into consideration. being considered a necessary part of the learning process. See, if we could all go out here and just do the thing, all of us wouldn't even be here. We'd be on our own island somewhere living the life that we want to, whether it's the island for me or whatever it is for you. But failure gets in there, but that makes you better. That means you can get up and show up. So the end goal, but it gets us closer to the end goal only if we take it the right way and decide to persist nonetheless, no matter what it is that might show up on our journey. It's going to show up. You know it's going to show up. It shows up in every way. If I told you, I declared today that I was going to have high frequency, I was going to be smiling, I was going to go about bless the world with my energy, watch a whole lot of stuff start happening. It's just going to happen. But I've already told myself what we want to do. Now, there's another prerequisite that must be bared in mind, being clear about the goal that we want to achieve. George Harrison once said, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there, even before making sure that you're determined enough to take the high road and make sure you properly pave the way. Make sure you got your tools in place. Make sure you got the things that you need to get you there. Not saying it is enough. I was in an event on Saturday, and they were praying. It was a church event, and they opened it up with prayers, and they were binding everything that could come up against them in the name of Jesus. And I truly believe that. But I also believe that you got to do your part in binding it. Jesus is there. You know he's there helping you all the way. But you can't say you're going to bind high blood pressure, cancer, lupus, Crohn's disease if you can't push yourself away from that fried chicken and those hamburgers and those French fries. So yes, you got to declare it, know it to be true, but you got to work it too. So number 2 is desire. How bad do you want it? Of course, all of us have different goals and dreams for ourselves, but you have ever asked yourself this question? It might seem super, it might seem casual at first, but it is only when you really, really want something that will do whatever is necessary to achieve it. Therefore, in a hypothic overall scheme, desire is the one stage that links thoughts and actions together. Desire, I never would have thought that I would stay at a hospital from the time before visiting, well past after. But when my mother was in the hospital, my desire was to do and be any and everything she wanted me to be. Any other time, and once I determined that there was nothing stopping me from being her advocate, from being there at the hospital, from taking care of whatever her needs were, nothing was able to stop me. But the desire was truly, truly strong. And sometimes you can do something for others that you would normally do for yourself. Whatever that is, to get your desire, for you to get stuck on it, for you to be there, for you to show up no matter what's going on. Find it, because your desire is going to get you where you want to go. Thoughts, commitment, or desire and action. Okay, thoughts lead to commitment, or is it desire? But it takes action, guys. Remember that Columbus, now remember, this book was written in 1937. I am not crazy. I don't think Columbus discovered America. Our Native Americans were already here. So there are some things you have to, as a Black person, you might take it another way. But I say, just look at the bigger picture, okay? So when I'm reading, remember that Columbus dreamed of an unknown shore. The Wright brothers imagined a machine that could fly through the air. Henry Ford envisioned a carriage without horses. These people had 2 things in common. First, they were resilient enough to overcome other people's critiques. Girl, that thing ain't gonna work. You've been working that business for how long? And where are you at now? You have to overcome that, and repeated failures in their attempts. Phyllis, I have talked to everybody. I have called everybody, and nobody is saying anything. Nobody is committing. Nobody is coming to the meetings. They don't even answer my phone. You got to get used to failure and keep on going, because you already know where you want to go. And there are people out there that can help you do it. You just got to find the right people. Second, they had a vision that was clear enough, and that, with the combination of a burning desire, inevitably led them to success. Now, if you were on this phone yesterday and you heard from the CEO, you heard in her voice how committed, how she is, this company is going to be the number one company, one of the number one companies in the world. You heard that commitment in her voice. You didn't have to see her, you didn't have to be around her, you didn't even have to know her. You heard that commitment, that desire in her voice. It was burning from her belly. She is committed to doing what she said 2019, even before, February 2019, what this company was going to be. And that picture has not done anything but gotten bigger. So therefore, it is only when you completely burn all the bridges that are holding you to the past and start thinking in a different way that you can win in life. You can have either excuses or results, but you can't have both. Hence, be willing to cut them off before they become a real impediment to your personal growth. So when you hear that voice, and even me, and even if I don't hear it, people that are around me know what I want to do. They're like-minded people, and they'll say, Phyllis, that's not what you're supposed to say. I'll regroup that. You're never perfect. So you're always in a position that you can be corrected, but accept that and be corrected. Don't live in that gloom and doom world, because there's so much more living to do. Don't play small. And number 3 is faith. I said it was going to take me about 2 sessions to go through that. Maybe not. It might take more, but I think it's well worth hearing it. Faith, in Hill's words, means convincing yourself that your goal is achievable. And faith can be trained and improved through self-suggestion. If you believe in something or have a specific end in mind, practice convincing your mind of the opportunity to realize that goal. And after a while, your mind will start to subconsciously act on behalf of your belief system. Hence, Diamond Minister Mooney says, I will be 3-star diamond. See, sooner or later, his subconscious is going to go that way. And every day they're going to wake up and their belief system is going to get him to 3-star diamond. It's in a nutshell. You become what you think about. Faith is the great equalizer. In a lot of cases, it is the cause of misery and failure. But becoming aware of its power and steer its force toward meaningful aims oftentimes makes all the difference in the world. You can have faith in what you're going to do. You can have faith when we sat down and said what we wanted, what we saw, no matter what, no matter everything that comes our way. And guys, stuff comes our way every day. That is not what we said. That was not going to stop us. We already knew that was going to happen. So you have to have faith to get you through the times when stuff is going crazy. Purposely avoid negative emotions and focus on all your energy on positivity. This world is now more abundant than ever, and we have no excuses, none, for not realizing our fullest potential. Now remember, this was written in 1937. Here we are in 2022. Guys, if it was abundant then, the opportunities were similar. If you look at this, documentary? I don't know. Yeah, it is a documentary on how this country was born, how it was made. It will blow your mind. If all the opportunity they had, and some people could have looked at it, doom and gloom, we're never going to make this. How can we get from California to New York on a buggy? On a horse-drawn wagon, or are we going to build railroads to go across it? See, that to me was huge, a huge undertaking. But you have the opportunity right now when all kind of stuff is going on, and you think they talking doom and gloom on the TV, and people are saying the recession is coming. Guys, this is time for opportunity. So you gotta remember that you gotta repeat the things that you want every day, and promising yourself that you'll be relentless in their pursuit. Actually, Hill suggests a detailed process for injecting both ambition and faith into your goals. This process includes going into a tranquil place where you know you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and repeat out loud your affirmations. I will be a third 3-star diamond, Willie Mooney's goal. So my guys, what is your goal? What do you need to go in your quiet space and repeat every day and every night? And then you want to put a copy of your affirmations in a place where you can see them every day and read them both before going to bed and when you wake up. And however half-heartedly repeating your affirmations doesn't make any sense, and I'm sure you're saying that to yourself, I done heard this over and over, but have you ever done it? See, that's what I'm talking about. You heard it, but have you ever put it into practice? So however crazy it sounds, however making sense to you, do it, guys. Just do it. What do you have to lose? You can feel and sense your goals as already accomplished. Stretch your imagination to the max and put emotion into your thoughts. Live your best life today, Wakanda. Go out there and have a phenomenal Wakanda kind of day. This is Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday. Take the time to transform something that you're doing in your life. Transform yourself. Bye, and I love you all. Have that high energy frequency. It'll get you through the day. See you back here tomorrow. Bye now.